What's up? What's up? Welcome back to 3 Beats Later, aka
Woo-hoo.
sticking with old men trying to figure out new technology. This is 3BL on a
It's a whole
Monday
nother shift.
night. We are coming back after a holiday break, and we're still rocking with Restream. We did our last episode with Restream, and we're still trying to figure it out. So bear with us. We're trying new shit out because it's supposed to be a little bit of a better experience, but we're hitting some walls, and we're still trying to work through the kinks. So bear with us. If you haven't yet, if you are new to the stream, we get together every Monday night. We challenge ourselves to make some new music, and then we come together and we share that new music. A lot of times we are spinning a wheel. It will tell us what artist to sample or what type of music to make. We haven't done the wheel spin in a little bit. We got to bring it back. But in general, we just talk about beat making. We talk about songwriting, music production, all that good stuff. So it's just me and Grim today hanging out. We are in the middle of the summer, man. How are things, man? Still busy? Having any fun? What'd you do for the 4th?
Still busy, you know. I did something Sunday. Took my moms out to eat, stuff like that. So we had a little, I don't celebrate the holidays like that. So
Did you see any fireworks?
trying to be cost efficient. I didn't look for it. It's kind of fireworks is mundane now, so because you can see the shits after every game.
This is true.
It's like a birthday party. It's not special anymore. So it's like, why do I want to see some shit I done saw already? You know, maybe it's good, especially out here where I'm at. They have like at least 3 or 4 sections where they lighten up, professionals.
Mm-hmm.
You go out there and sit and chill and watch it, but it's like, it's almost the same, because next week after the game, you're going to see more fireworks, the same shit.
Yeah, I didn't go. I didn't go out. I did go to Buffalo to go do some family stuff. So we were in Buffalo for 4th of July. And I didn't go out, but just because, like, I don't know. We have a new baby, and I'm just like, I'm not dragging.
Save your money.
Yeah.
Save your money.
I mean, I'm sure when J-Mo's old enough, he'll want to run.
He's going to be scared. Like, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what in the world is this? Like my kids, when I first did, they was like, "Oh no, Daddy trying to kill us!" Boom, boom, boom. And like, oh gosh. I'm like, oh man.
Sometimes the neighborhood fireworks are just as good, though.
Yeah. You gotta be careful. A couple people died weird this year, right? So fireworks went into a house, burnt up the house. Lady passed away.
Really?
All type of weird. Yeah.
Locally or no? Or is it?
No, I don't. Not out here.
Okay.
Because out here is anything over 12 feet is like illegal. I mean, some people don't pay attention to that, but it's usually the areas where they allow the wild shit to go down, the big fireworks, average people to buy the shit they want.
Right.
What I'm saying? I mean, that stuff is expensive, dudes. Like, you can spend a good $5,000 on good fireworks, and not even a lot. Like, if you get certain ones, it's like, that's the whole budget. So I understand, but that shit is dangerous, dude.
That's why the best time to go shopping is, like, right now, because some of those stands are still up. Everything must go.
Everything must go. Or take a little ride, Phantom Fireworks, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And, because they got everything. And, just load up now.
When I was younger, I went to this house party when I was like in my early 20s, and these people got like, it was kind of like acquaintances, not like really friends or anything like that, just like some people that I started hanging out with, and they had this house party and they're going like crazy, like everyone was just really into partying, and then no one went to go see the fireworks, but they had all their homemade stuff or whatever, not homemade, but whatever it's called, stuff you get at like Phantom Fireworks or whatever, like fireworks. They just bought fireworks, so they were blowing shit off in the backyard, and then this one girl was really drunk, and she started taking the Roman candles, right? And she was lighting them. You ready for this? And then she was throwing the whole thing up in the air. So the Roman candle would go up and spin around in the air, and then as soon as it ignited, it was like a mystery charge that would go in a random direction.
Yes.
And everybody was scattering. So like the whole party was in the backyard, and this crazy chick was just going, and she was like laughing like crazy.
Somebody's supposed to knock her ass
out. And so that almost happened because one of them went up, and I'm like, what the? I got behind the screen door. I'm like, I'm not going out here. And one went flying, and it basically like grazed this other girl's like face and like went down and like hit her arm or something like that. And her boyfriend like flipped out, and the party was over basically after that. I was like, all right, gotta go.
What the fuck? Well, that's a good way to end the party.
Yeah.
Throw a Roman candle, lit Roman candle in there. Just let that shit boogie. Yeah, that'll clear the party.
It was like Roman candle roulette. You know what I mean? Because
hell yeah.
No.
How many shots come out to, like 12?
For some reason this was like just single ones. I don't know what it, I'm assuming it's a Roman candle. It was just basically that same style, like the tube, and it had like a one good shot. So she was like, like Krusty the Clown, and then
it's alcohol, all type of stuff. Everybody's drinking beer, hard liquor is the stuff you want to worry about.
Yeah,
you can't mix fireworks and partying, man. Like the alcohol.
It was kind of like that. It was like a college party type of scenario, and
yeah, when you're in college, you're usually stupid anyway.
And
you don't know no better.
And then that's shortly after I did not hang out with that crew. I was just like, I'm good. So you got a beat. I got a beat. 2 beats later. What is this track that you got today to share? Tell me about it.
So it was a track actually I made Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Had some time to play with something Sunday. Had some wine, some drinks. A couple relax Russian. You once in a while. Like once a month, once every other month, I might have a drink, just chill. And that was actually this weekend that passed was one of the most freest weekends because I was able, shout out to Q, to send Q those 2 sessions.
Oh, okay.
That he was asking for.
Yeah.
So I sent him. I think I sent him the old school joint, and then I sent him the Rove one. So Q, check your email if you ain't see it yet. You should have two track out folders I sent to you.
What sessions is that tracks. In Pro Tools or Ableton?
Ableton.
Yeah.
Because I did something stupid. I tried to so with Pro Tools, I was trying to reboot the rewire. So it was, I watched the YouTube video saying, okay, you got to get rid of this file. I got rid of the file. Now I can't load up Pro Tools, so I didn't really have time to dig into it too much.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to find that file or re-bring it back up or re-download it from Pro Tools again and try to get Pro Tools back up with the rewire.
Right.
So I can access Ableton through Pro Tools. I don't have to really bounce them out or do nothing stupid. I could just print them on Pro Tools and then
drop the stems,
mix them out. Yeah, drop the stems from there.
Right. Okay.
Because ultimately the stems sound better when you bring them through Pro Tools. So for me,
right.
Yeah, that was it though. So I just did it straight through Ableton. Plus Ableton doesn't have like the export tracks. I don't know yet, but for me playing with an export, I have to export each track individually. Where with Pro Tools, I could just highlight the whole session and track it out, and it'll track out automatically. Right. But with Ableton, you gotta individually export each track. So that's for me, unless, there's another way that I don't know about. I don't really get into the manual too much.
Right.
So it takes away from me trying to
Make music.
Make music or get into what I'm trying to do with assignment I'm trying to accomplish with Ableton,
Right.
whatever. So I read it when I have free time and want to check out some things, but when I'm in the in the mix of doing something or working on something, I don't read it because it's going to take up too much time.
Yeah.
So I just the basic. Q is a beast on the mix downs anyway, so he gonna make it work.
Nice. So he's that's good to hear from Q. Actually, we have a clip from Q we want to share. Who knows if this will work on Restream, but we're about to give it a try. Here we go. This is check-in from Q. Let's see if this will work. Tell me tell me if you can hear this, Grim. All right, you ready? Watch out. Here we go. You ready? Fingers crossed.
Video. We should hear it.
Let's see.
Let's go. Nope, I didn't hear him wipe his beard.
No audio?
No audio.
Restream.
Restream. We gotta fix this thing with this audio stuff, man.
Terrible. Terrible. All right. Anyways, so we were going to play a rant from Q, but we don't have a rant. Let's see. We got people in the chat. We got Earth Tone is in here.
Oh,
what's up? Arctic is in here. What's good, Arctic? How you feeling?
What up?
Q is in the chat. Q said got him.
Here we go.
Got him. Anyways, I will. You know what? We won't hear the audio from Q, but Q basically had to say, "Stop buying socks for dads on Father's Day." That's it. That's all he had to say. That was his rant. What's up, everybody? It's good to see everybody. I'll put the chat actually live. There we go.
No socks, just wife beaters. Wife beaters and underwear.
Oh, what's good? Here we go. Our logo's in the way. I can't even see what it says. It says I'm feeling what? It says I'm feeling good. Okay, that's good to hear, Arctic man.
Is that THC good or alcohol good?
Or all natural?
All natural.
Yo, Arctic man, hit us up. Let us know what you're working on. I know that we need an Arctic update episode. If you want to come through,
yes.
Holla. So I got a story to tell too. I'm just gonna quickly give a story behind the track I'm gonna play. I was out of town in Buffalo, and meanwhile, P was coming down to Arlington, Virginia.
Wow.
So he was at the he was at the comic book convention, the Blurred Con. So he was at that event exhibiting, and he was there Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday was the last day. And I was like, "Yo, I'm in Buffalo, but I'm gonna be back on Saturday. And if you want to come through on Sunday." So P came through out to Gaithersburg.
Gaithersburg, man.
On his way home. And he crashed Sunday, and we got like a short period of time to record. We recorded a couple verses, basically.
That's what's up.
And then he crashed here, and then he drove back, and it was actually him and his boy Shank, who also dropped a verse. So shout out to Shank.
Never heard a name like that in a long time.
That's my boy Shank.
Shank.
So yeah, so it was fun to see P, and we got a chance to at least like just drop a little bit of something before we crashed. So that's gonna be something I'm gonna share. I have it. It's not mixed or anything. It's just basically P's voice over an old beat, and we have another track that we'll play probably next week or something like that. Once I get a chance to mix that.
I seen that video too you put up in the chat, man. P look like he been hitting the weights, man. What's going on there?
He's just getting diesel, I guess.
Putting on daddy weight, huh? Yeah. P look like he hitting the weights. Like, I dare somebody. I dare you.
No, but it was a good time, and we should just get into the music. So, you want to go first, or you want me to go first? What do you think?
Well, I have no control. You can put that master picture that you took of that senior citizen picture you got.
Oh man, it's so funny. So Arctic, that sounds good, man. He said, yeah, definitely. Let me come through next week. We could get an Arctic update next week. Let me make sure that we're not
Yeah,
messing anything up on Monday, 17th. Yeah, man,
right.
wide open, wide open.
Just show up at like around 8:30 because it's gonna take like an hour to get that set up, dude.
We might have to go back to Zoom for that episode.
Yeah, shout out to E, man. Where are you?
He's in the shadows. Talk about being in the shadows, man. He is.
Man,
So, you know what's funny is I do have another story. We have a bunch of video. Me and E. So when I was in Buffalo, I hooked up with E, and we we were driving around town and we were playing beats in a car. And I don't know if E shared any of those photos or videos.
no,
It's
no.
funny because I found a way to get a mixer in the car connected. So we had a microphone and we were playing beats while we were driving around town. And that is a side project. I need to go and clean up the video just to like get the highlight of like the best part because we were kind of also.
Like, what do you mean? You had the mic speaking over the music
So we had
while you was driving?
so we were driving
Like a campaign?
like an ice cream truck.
Yeah,
No, it was playing through the speakers in the car, right? So we could hear the beats, but it was also sending the audio directly to the phone. So it was like
yeah.
really high quality audio coming into the phone, but it also hit a mixer first, and the mics were in the
Mm,
mixer. So when we talked, it was also giving you really high quality audio into the phone too.
nice.
So instead of doing everything after the fact and like producing a video, we were just trying to consolidate it into we're driving in the car. The video is us driving through Buffalo at night, and the audio is our beats, and
Nice.
it's E mainly on the microphone talking shit, basically.
That's when you need the drone, man.
Yeah,
Just had the
seriously.
drone hovering over the car and just. I wonder if you could set that up to have the drone just hover over the car
You
while you
can,
drive.
you can,
Yeah, I should. I need to find out how to do that.
but I mean the technology exists because they have drones that you wear a watch and the drone is smart enough to always be within the vicinity of the watch and it's
Yeah,
basically filming you, right? Um,
nice.
so if you had it in the car, it would basically follow the car. But drone laws, I think they have laws against like where you can fly.
Yeah, and
Um,
how high you can fly.
yeah, so I don't know if that is something you could do technically if you're like driving down like a main highway or some shit like that.
Yeah, I think like because I used to live by the expressway, so my drone give me warnings. It'll
Mm-hmm.
beep if I started getting too far out of the free zone. It'll start beeping, and it will actually come back home on its own if I try to push it. It'll just stop. Like, no, you being hard headed, dude. Like, but yeah, I would like to try that. Just drive around, maybe like because I think you could probably get away with it more in the hood versus the suburbs. Because out here they not letting that shit go down. You can't fly. They not even letting you fly no drones at all. So I don't.
Yeah, because you when you log in, it like asks you to they have to like know where you are, right? It uses your
Yeah, but I'm
GPS.
right by the airport. I'm by Dulles,
Oh,
so
okay.
they
Yeah.
like, no,
No. Uh.
you better not.
Okay. Cool. Arctic. I'll hit you up, and we'll see if we could work it for next Monday. Um. But all right, let's listen to some music. Let's go into this system that I happen to be amazing at. Oh, don't tell me that it says reload. It says reload right now. What are you talking about? Designs. Okay, here we go. All right, we're gonna play. We are going to play Grimm's beat. So he got some time. We were talking about this last time we streamed. It's like summertime. It's hard to find time to produce. So here we go. Here's Grimm's beat. What? Tell us about that. What? How'd you make that beat?
Well, first what I did was I turned my computer on. Nah, actually, I was. It's kind of hard because I fight. As soon as I sit at my desk and I moved out here, I sit at my desk. My daughter's like, "Oh, it's playtime." So I was like, "Man, what can I get her?" I was just playing with some melodies, some chords, and I guess she has an ear for like soft, relaxing chords or something. So I played with those chords, and she just started liking it. So I just finished it up with it, and I used the drum loop, slowed it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Chopped it up, give it that grungy hip hop type of sound to it. And then everything else was just building off of the chords and classical sounds and stuff like that. And the main thing was just to get her to chill. So one time she was sitting on my lap, bopping her head. She started falling asleep. So I guess I was on the right path. And so I just built it from there.
And it's the violin sounds. Where'd that come from?
Yeah. The violin, where'd I get those from? I use Contact and Studio because I could layer with Studio. So Contact and Studio. I have organs in there. It's like 4 sets of strings. I got a lot of stuff layered. I didn't use that many tracks, but I got some stuff just layered through Studio. Studio allows me to layer a couple of things. So I think the bass was Contact as well. Strings of Studio. The drums is from your guy. I used his drums and I doubled it by chopping his drums and like layered it with a kick. So I used his drums twice.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so what I did was I one-shot it.
Okay.
The snare and kick.
Okay.
And then I slowed a portion of the drum loop down and just looped that and played the one-shots over that. So it sounds a lot fuller, you know what I mean? Also a little off swing, like I like my drums to swing sometime a little bit, not to just be flat, more like somebody's actually playing.
Yeah,
that not robotic.
That bass and I mean, like the low end was crazy because it was making the visualizer like do the Vogue. It was like
that old man face. Got the old man face. Q.
What's happening?
Light.
Hold on. Am I with y'all? Can y'all see me?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and we can hear
Hey.
you. We can hear you well.
Last
you
time it was
must be
just
on Google Chrome.
I am.
Yeah, no problems.
He said no problems. I had problems last time. I had the little green men screen jumping off. I couldn't see myself, you know. So yeah, man. This is what we working with now. This is where we at.
This
Uh,
is it. This
Fix
is
my
it.
face.
woo,
You fix my
reluctantly.
face. He said reluctantly.
Yeah,
Yeah, we are
took
having
like an
issues,
hour.
man. What about StreamYard? Tell us about StreamYard because
Yeah.
well, actually, any notes on Grimm's beat? Did you hear Grimm's beat?
I did. I did. It was very Timberland esque,
Ah,
Ah,
in my humble opinion. It was giving me Timberland.
it kind of gave me also a little bit of a potentially like a NERD type of vibe, like a VA vibe
yeah,
with
yeah.
the do 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 do.
Yeah, man.
Orchestrate the orchestra.
um
Shoot.
so all right, good stuff, good stuff. That's our first
Yeah.
video beat here on the
Right,
new stream.
right.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's jazzy too. I caught that. I caught that. What's going on? What kind of magic you guys working over there?
So this is, I guess this is something we could talk about. It's and we're kind of, me and Grim are on round 2 of working through this Restream studio. And Q, you could tell us about StreamYard if you have good experience with that or not. But in order to share audio on Restream, it has to be in another browser. So we are unable to at this moment share our DAWs and the audio directly from our DAW, which is
Interesting.
a big issue on this show. So
Interesting.
this last week we had a huge problem doing that. This week we went ahead and we took the audio, bounced it into MP3, and then we took the MP3 and made these short little videos that you saw.
Hmm.
And you have to upload the video to Restream, and then you have to play the video on the platform.
So you have to, whoever is controlling
So
the.
exactly the whole. Yep, I have to hit play. So now this is a discussion point for us because if we are gonna actually use this and do it in that way, we gotta create our beat. We gotta bounce out our beat. We gotta do some sort of extra production,
I
and we
see.
gotta upload it and have that shit ready by Monday at 8:30 p.m.
Yeah, that's a hard pass for me, dog.
And you don't get a good breakdown of the beat.
Well, I'm
So
not gonna say that's a hard pass. Well, can you record? Can you do like screen record of your session and then send that?
yeah,
Mm-hmm. So that is actually what E and I were talking about. Was
something we were supposed to do
Yeah.
we
a couple
could
years ago.
potentially log into Zoom, present, so it gets an audio too, and that's one way to like create a quick video because you'd have to basically log on, go boom, start it, time yourself so you're not going like 15 minutes, and play the song, do a quick breakdown. Then you have the video. Now you got to upload that to G Drive. I got to upload it to Restream. Right. Now there could be a workaround that we just don't know about yet because I didn't do too much digging. But this is as far as we've gotten on this whole path here. Mm-hmm.
Besides that, the stream is pretty good, but
it looks great. I gotta say,
the stuff we do, we need a lot of open options for sharing what we doing freely, like easily, to access. I think it's too many back doors to get what you want. And even like say when we do Zoom, we have to record it on Zoom and then save the video, or can we live stream it on Zoom? And that might eat up some CPU power too, as you.
So you saw that it allows you to like bring in another source, and I think that's the next step, Grim. Like you're right on point with that. We might have to like look into like what other things it could do, because it said you could do a presentation. So if we have some sort of file that it will accept that it could hear the audio from, then then I think maybe we do that.
So you mean I can't play a video of y'all if I have it over here? If I were to play it, no sound will pop up.
It will not.
Sad.
You share video, try to press play on anything. It's just nothing. Nothing.
What's that, like a mime or something?
Is it a paid feature kind of thing? They want more money?
No,
They always want money, but I don't think you're gonna get those options regardless. Because this is still in beta, right?
No, this is the full thing.
Holy
They
smokes.
said that they are going to add that feature where you can stream from a third, like a platform, like your application, like the DAWs. And they said that they don't know when that's going to be released, but that is like on the horizon. So the thing is like, it's just my whole thing is I cannot spend the time to learn OBS. Q, have you gone down that road?
I have, and I got off of that road. That's a scary road. I don't know what's going on that road. Shows me my limited knowledge, bro. Like, but if somebody were to stick to it, that is the road to go down. Like,
yeah,
unquestionably, hands down.
A lot of people's using OBS, but like you said, it's you got to know what you're doing for it to run. But I heard it runs a lot of CPU.
That's what I was going to say. It wasn't so much that I couldn't figure out what to do with it. I would get lost here and there, but it was more just processing and just realizing I needed more of everything,
Yeah, I just want it to be simple. That's all. You know what I mean? That's
Zoom,
all.
Man. Zoom. Whoever developed Zoom, you guys, man.
Trying to
figured out something nobody else could figure out, how to make it very simple to do everything with no hassle.
Here we go. I'm going to share your screen, Q. 1 second.
Are you really into kung fu? I mean, or martial arts?
Oh, it works.
Taekwondo, however you pronounce it.
I know, right? I do. I have. I mean, I kickbox Muay Thai for almost 10 years. So and I actually did a boxing workout today, just a couple hours ago.
You ain't playing.
So yeah, no, I always wanted to be, as a nerd. I got to a point where I was like, yo, I need to learn how to fight. You know what I mean? Just if I ever have to protect myself or someone that I know. And also, like, I'm not a tough guy at all. I'm not gonna throw hands unless I have to.
Right.
But if I do have to throw hands, I want to be able to know how to throw a punch, But most fights, street fights, are not even about punches and kicks anyway. They're actually about takedowns and.
Well, that worked.
How are you sharing that?
He said takedowns.
I hit the little plus button that said add source.
Yep.
And just threw the video in there. So we would have to record.
Record it and do it like that.
Drop it like that.
He gonna be like,
okay, so what now? Do I? Okay,
So
source. Boom.
There you go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, I'm gonna play a beat. Let's listen to what we did with P. We actually finished this morning. 1 second.
Wow. You had the day off or something?
No, it was early. So before he got a chance to leave. So here we go. You ready?
Man.
Here we go.
It was prophesized how I optimize. You can chop the size where you shine, gonna blot your eyes. Stop the lies, high rise, eating lobster fries. My stock will rise, your prize is just pocket size. Yeah. Chop, 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 chopper style. I lock eyes with the smile of a crocodile. You gon' jump at my family, your throat cut. You load up, approach tough, and then we go nuts. Control what we posting up, and then the joke's up. We smoke puff, rolling up in the ghost truck. A cold strut, I toast up, I'm giving no fucks. My son is only one, feasting on some roast duck. I stand naked while I'm facing all these damn haters. Your man's patient, I land where the sand's waiting. Grands I'm making, executives I'm handshaking. Clan baking while my landscapers landscaping.
Yikes!
That's dope.
Yikes!
That's dope.
That was the we did that on the Tyler the Creator episode. That was the beat from that episode.
Huh.
And that was just a random verse that P wrote up real quick. And there's no hook. It goes to that second part that would be a hook. So obviously this song is like half in development here. But I forgot what episode that was. The Tyler the Creator track. I forgot when we did that or whatever, or what the episode name was. But if you dig in the archives, you'll find the making of that beat.
You'll find it.
We're gonna have to pay somebody to edit our archives and just do a playlist, because
seriously,
we got like 7 albums worth of beats.
Seriously. So the dude that was with P, Shank, he came through and he dropped a verse too. So I had like 2 minutes to mix that. And I just did a real quick like compression on his vocals, a little bit of reverb on his vocals, a little bit of delay on his vocals. And like that's really it. That's all I did. But we did it.
Sounds like a weekend job, you know. Pay you $300, you get one song, and that's it.
And you're on your way. So that's what I was gonna say. Is I need some of Grimm's advice. I'm gonna probably pick your brain a little bit on mixing those vocals, just to get some insight on how you might approach that.
I'm an experimenter, so I don't like to close the door on anything. Me, I started ODing on parallel compression. Like I was parallel compressing everything.
Really? Okay.
Vocals, sample, and it sounded very, very good. It's time consuming,
right?
But if you have the patience for it, man, it's a different world. And submasters and different stuff like that.
What's submasters? Like just
so, you're not supposed to touch the levels on your master, right?
Right.
So your submaster would be the track that you can adjust your volumes, maybe add a compressor on it for your overall master instead of if you wanted to pump a little bit. Because I use T-Rex and I use what is that? A high pass filter. Mm-hmm. And I learned that. Shout out to what's our boy, man? CheekyCP. Yeah, when he came on the show, he saw how you use high pass filters on his master. So I started practicing with that, and it's very handy.
Really?
Very handy. So I would throw the high pass on the master, then throw T-Rex behind that. Mm-hmm. And it
just subtle though, right? I mean, subtle.
It makes it boosts it more, but it also has like a warm. It has 2 tape settings I use on there. That's like that really catches my ears. Makes it sound pretty good.
From T-Rex, what is the name of that? It's just it's a EQ.
No, it's like a compressor. Okay, it has an EQ in it.
Right, and a filter.
Yeah, it has a limiter in it. It's like a package deal, and it's sweet because I was going to buy it, but Pro Tools said, hey, since you're a member, we offering this for free. I'm like, oh yes, I'll take it. So that's a good thing being a Pro Tools guy. They give you free plugins here and there and stuff like that for you to use. They give you sounds and free plugins. So.
That's right. I remember we were digging into some of the stuff that he was using on one of those episodes, and there was a lot of stuff on that. I think it was like the anime episode. He was like, "Oh, here we go." And he was showing the back end of what he was using. But
so that's pretty much. Some other stuff, mids. Everything is based on what you want your ears to perceive. I was talking about pink noise to one of my coworkers the other day. He calibrates cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he was talking about, the settings, the pink noise, white noise settings. He gave me an idea that I think I was doing something wrong trying to play with it, learn how to use it. He was like, "Yo, just do it all on mono tracks. Don't mix tracks. So if you're gonna pink noise a session, make sure all your tracks is mono. Don't try to mix mono and stereo. Like with me, I was having my synth tracks and stuff in stereo, and I have all my drums in mono. And I was trying to adjust it with the noise, and I wasn't getting nothing balanced. So he was like, gave me some gems like, yo, when you do that, just make sure everything is mono instead of mixing tracks. Everything has to be set either all mono or stereo.
Right.
So you get the proper effect of it. But yeah, I mean, as far as engineering, mixing down, that's a whole nother realm of music. I enjoy beat making, so I stay away from that. You know what I'm saying? Because I dipped into that rabbit hole. It takes up a lot of time, man. Like you have to really love working with music all day, and you have to have like some type of income from music for you to be like, I'm gonna mix my music and make the beats too. That's how I look at it. I don't think you can have a 9 to 5 and do both.
Unless you're getting paid from the mixing too. Q, who mixes all your tracks? Are you mixing your own tracks?
Man, I mean, anything that you've heard for the most part that I put out so far, I've mixed. The Birds on a Date was mixed by, it's gone through a few different hands actually, and I'm stalling because I forgot the engineer's name. He's going to kill me. But I'm at the point, honestly, like I really am trying to step my game up in a couple of ways. I refuse to allow myself to even create any more tracks because there's just so many things that is floating. I got those, Graham. That was a great surprise to me when I saw those tracks, and I was like, damn it, now I got to record my vocals again. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to, and I just have to get myself to a point where there's constantly a budget for mixing and mastering. I'm finding a way to do little small marketing, programs, marketing campaigns, whatever, cost effective. So I'm going to try to practice that with the mixing side of it. I've got like 5 different mix engineers that are in a price range that, I can afford from either, I don't know, there's so many, Upwork, Fiverr, Lander, freaking, DistroKid now has one,
Yeah, I heard about that.
So I'm going to try a few of these mix engineers out for the rest of the year. So anything that we got going, when I get all our stems collected and together, like I'm going to put them in somebody else's hands and ears,
Yeah. Yo, I wonder, that'd be a good question for Arctic. I wonder if he mixes.
Yeah.
I wonder. That's we gotta ask him when he gets on. So he might be here. He might be here next week.
Yeah, funnel that money through Arctic, man. Hey, Arctic.
Yeah.
There you go. Q, I think you owe me some vocals too, because I think we were talking about re-recording some. Do you have your stuff set up?
I've been working out of Serato Studio lately and loving it. Serato Studio is gonna let me record and get flat vocal recordings and then just send it off to whoever. I can go all in with Serato and bring in all my plugins and all of that. I'm just not trying to, like you said, I'm not trying to open a can that wormhole. You know what I mean? Yeah. I am, but I'm not. Like I have to be focused. Like I know how I am. Messing with you 3 beats later, guys. I'll be making beats all damn day for the rest of my life and have 100 beats. I'm like, all right, what am I going to do with all these? Right. And I mean,
I was in that scenario pretty much like yesterday and today because P's homie Shank, he was like, yeah, man, like you got any beats? And I was like, I have like so many beats, but nothing's organized right now. Like,
yeah.
And I'm bouncing stuff out and trying to stay organized, and I'm bouncing them out with different names. So I have like it's like,
this name don't match up to the session.
What is this one? Yeah, exactly.
I know the feeling. I'll start out a beat. Normally when I'm writing something, I'll just like, like I made a little just messing around. I'm like, let me see what kind of beat I can make on the plane. You know what I mean? So I called it BNA for the airport. That thing is gonna have so many different names by the time it's done, bro. You know what I mean? Like, so I get it, bro. I hate how unorganized I am, but I'm working on it.
It's hard.
I am working on it.
It's like you're working on something, you see a butterfly. It's like, oh, butterfly.
Right. Like that meme. Yeah.
Just get distracted.
That's me. You know.
What's going on the West Coast? Or are you still in Tennessee, or where you at right now?
I'm home. I'm back in LA. LA. I got back Saturday night. I got a little case of baby jet lag. You know, I've been smoking nothing but the best that Cali can offer me since I've been back. It's been hazy. You know, I was gone for 2 weeks. I deserve it. I was working. Like, it wasn't really a vacation. It was, you know, it was, but it was work too. I'm trying to get my light situated. I'm looking crazy over here. But I'm back. And anytime I come back from one of these little road runs, and then I sit back and the calm hits me, and there's nothing, there's no work on all the assignments are done. It's like, so what do I do with myself? You know, I'm at that phase, but you know, I'm enjoying it. It'll pick back up here in a second, you know.
Enjoy your time off, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, man.
Yeah.
Woo. Last time we streamed, Grim was telling me he couldn't make it a long night, and then we got stuck on a not stuck, but we went like 2 hours deep.
Oh, right.
So I wanna allow Grim the chance. If you got to duck out, man, let us know if you're gonna do that, because I don't want to.
I'm gonna boogie because it's almost 11:30.
Yeah,
for like 4 hours.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
Salute,
Grim.
Yeah.
Hey, before you leave, can we have a moment of silence for Metapop?
Oh.
This is true, man. Put your head down.
Just
R.I.P. It's official now, because I remember they sent the email out before.
I guess
everything was going down. Let's see what happens. Let's go to that website. Let's go to metapop.com.
Yeah, I'm just now, you know, today has been replugging into everything. Like all right, what have I missed? What's going on? Like, you know, updating my playlist. Make sure you guys submit to the playlist. We're going strong. I'm not going to be done talking about all the playlists until we reach 1,000 per playlist, 1,000 listeners per playlist, 1,000 followers per playlist. That's my plug. But yeah, tapping into music business, you know, my music business websites and whatnot, and that popped up again. I was like, dang, Metapop is done for real?
Yep. Yeah, right now it just goes to the Native Instruments website. Q, where do we find the playlists, by the way?
I am mainly on Spotify. I'm trying to step it up. I'm also on YouTube. Look for us on Deezer as well. Best place to catch all of those is following me on Twitter at this point. That's where all the mass
what's the name of your Spotify handle or a playlist that we could get to easily?
The main one is Canhead Cares Network playlist. I know that's a lot, but that's the main one. That's the first one that we started years ago for independent musicians mainly, but you know, it has my picks and all of that. And I am trying to be a decent curator and updating playlists on the regular for you guys. The Canhead Cares Network playlist. We'll be more organized for the next episode and have some direct links. I'm always taking submissions, so holla at a scholar.
All right.
We'll do.
Well, fellas, I'm about to hop off here.
Grim, peace, Grim. I'm gonna continue to talk with Q for a little bit here.
Yes, sir.
See ya, G.
Peace.
Oh, watch, I got controls too. Oh no, he left. All right. Q.
Yeah, man.
So get that mic, man. That's what you need to do. If you're thinking about what am I going to do this week on the time off, get that mic together.
Yeah.
What type of mic do you have? Do you have one of these, or you have like a condenser mic?
I don't even know what the hell mic I have, bro. It's the same one that I use for the shows. It's a condenser.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm just talking straight into the laptop. I'm not plugged in or anything. And I might just do that. I might just go grab another microphone or two. I've been thinking about upgrading a little bit. I am good on that, but I always want more. You know what I'm saying? There's always a shiny toy somewhere. It's like, that'll make me sound like Elvis for real.
Let me see. Send me a link of what you are thinking about buying, and I'm going to show you the 2 mics that I have.
Okay.
Because I work with these. It's like affordable. Sterling Audio is the brand. And this engineer that records my band, he speaks highly of that brand, and it's really kind of like just like the in-house brand for Guitar Center, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they might be stopping producing some of the mics.
Oh, really?
But I got a pretty good condenser mic, and that's the one that you heard P on, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like that sound, that's just like with not a lot of like stuff added to it. I'm just gonna play it for 3 seconds.
Yeah, it was prophesized how I optimize. You can chop the size where you shine, gonna blot your eyes. Stop the lies, high rise, eating lobster fries.
Yeah.
Balanced kind of sound. Like there's no EQ on that really. So
yeah,
pretty balanced, and like I didn't process that at all really. I just added compressor onto it, so, and a little bit reverb. But I will send you the link to the condenser mic. It's Sterling Audio.
For sure. Now I think about it, it might be, I don't know, because I brought my whole kit from, I think it's a PreSonus.
Okay.
Possibly. I'll have to look. I've gotten a few mics, it's been a few years, but the last one I've been using is just a little simple thing. It picks up well, but I do think it's time for me to either step it up or find a studio in LA that's going to let me come in there for $25 a day.
That might exist. A little further out of town, maybe.
Right.
What
right.
Did you do any music in Tennessee?
I actually did. I stopped by the homies' pad, the Madhouse studio. Shouts out to Eddie B. Shouts out to Raw Proof. And I recorded like singing the background hook for one of his tracks. Basically.
Oh, nice.
But that was it. I barely had time, just breezing in and out. And even that was an unexpected part of, the itinerary. But it was good to get a little bit of music in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How often are you going to Tennessee?
Man, probably more than I should. Terrorizing everybody down there, like, boo, I'm back. It honestly, it's weird because it's part of the work that I do, and there's more work for this one particular company that I contract with in that region than anywhere else. So the very least, I may have to go back out there late fall.
Mm-hmm. What city is it again?
Well, I'm from Clarksville. Shout out to Clarksville, Tennessee.
Right.
But they have me running when I'm doing my routes. I'll be everywhere from I hit Chattanooga, Murfreesboro, Nashville. I haven't done a Knoxville run, nor have I done a Memphis run, but all the little spots in between, Portland, White House. I can name a million little small towns in Tennessee that I saw in the last 2 weeks,
Damn, I didn't realize Memphis is like on the border of Arkansas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Tennessee covers a lot of ground.
Yeah, I have a buddy is kind of based in Nashville, and I need to go visit at some point. So I was just trying to think about that. If you're going to be in Tennessee, I might be able to line it up.
Yeah. We should.
And like that's one of the cities we want to kind of go visit. So that might be kind of like a potential for a little getaway type of thing, like a 4-day weekend type of thing.
Yeah.
But
I could take you guys to all my favorite spots to eat. Gain about 10 pounds while we down there.
Yo, that's what I experienced when I was in Buffalo last week, man.
I can imagine.
There's no healthy food over there, man. There's no healthy food there.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So yeah, what else are you working on? Anything else music wise?
I gotta say, I've been enjoying kind of getting into the promotion side of the game, from experimenting with these sites, Submit Hub, daily playlists, of course, which I am on.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few others. I've jumped back in to Hyped It, and I don't know. I mean, I'm like, I'm tired of being one of those artists that doesn't like to spend money, on their music and on their craft. You know what I mean? Like, some artists really look at marketing and promoting to some of these streaming sites like you're selling out like the devil or something, like But I enjoy it. I enjoy the reception I get. It's fun. So it could be a little pricey at times, but it's cool. What else are you gonna do with that $150? Like, honestly,
What about TikTok? Have you been on TikTok?
A little. I need to step my game up on that as well. I'm kind of on the fence with that. I do like to submit to a few influencers on TikTok and on Instagram, mainly with Submit Hub.
Okay.
I like it, and I've found a few influencers that once you find ones that like your music and you submit to them regularly, and you kind of develop a little relationship. And it's like, okay, this person has 100,000 followers, 50,000 followers, and they got 1,000 plays on my video. It's one of those things. Like, I mean, as a musician, you kind of feel like you're on an island sometimes, and it's like, okay, well, you're paying for your comments and your results. Like, well, not really, because people come to these videos and they're entertained, and I'm seeing Shazams go up. I get comments on videos. I'm seeing particular songs taking off more than I've pushed for the promotion even. So, I like it.
What is it like? I have not messed with Submit Hub. And is it pretty straightforward in terms of like shopping for what you're looking for, I guess you could say?
Yeah. Like with Submit Hub, you can do a few different things. You can, pitch your music to other bloggers, other DJs, radio stations. You can also pitch to influencers. There is a paid credit thing with that. It is what it is. I'll normally go in and, a couple times out of the, maybe once or twice a month, $50 to $100, I'll drop in the thing, get about 100 and some odd credits. They always have little sales or whatever, so you get more than you pay for. And from there, you just kind of pick who you want to submit your music to. You can also do the whole hot or not, where people just slash, just go at it with you. I prefer that. I love that feature of it because, once you get the tough skin, you get some decent responses. My responses are always the same. It's always about the mix. But if you have a problem with the mix, that doesn't offend me as much. It's like, okay, you're right. I'm working on it. Like, if that's the only problem you have with my music, I'm good. The one thing I'll say about Submit Hub, though, it doesn't seem to be as hip hop friendly as some of the other platforms. It just is what it is, But I think we should try it when you're ready for that 3 Beats Later.
Yes.
Packet, that compilation, we'll definitely hit up Submit Hub.
Okay. I'm like,
my lighting is driving me crazy. I'm not gonna do this outside ever again, bro. I can't with this. I feel like I'm shining, like I'm glowing.
Oh, you got the Birds on the Date T-shirt.
Oh snap! You see that? You like that?
Nice.
You can get that at T Public, party people. I'm telling you, I'm a walking billboard.
Oh man, but yeah, I didn't really have much else to talk about. I do have another verse by P that I think maybe we might show next week. So I need to like.
Okay.
I got to work on that. But then me and you have to talk about recording vocals.
Yes, sir.
Because we got that track and we just need just crisp vocals.
Yeah.
And then do you have a project that you're trying to curate to release something or no? Is that just like whenever you think you have everything stacked?
I am, steadily trying to just get everything polished and ready to line up. I'll tell you what I did do today was spend a couple of hours just going over Sound Exchange, searching for songs of mine. Another side note on that, a song that I worked on years ago with the group Real to Real, it just constantly kicks its little pennies, in my jar. And it's one of the few times where I actually did everything right with publishing, and it just reminded me, you have a lot more material than that. Like, you can be getting pennies from all of your songs out here. So, I did spend some time.
Did you do all that stuff, like the administration work, like behind like submitting it to your performing rights organization who with that song, that Real to Real song?
With that song is interesting because at the time we did, but somehow I did not attach myself to it. And I did that years ago, that and a few other songs. And I just looked on today, and for some reason, I don't know if it's because I haven't looked and noticed it, for the last few quarters, it's been registered and it's been, collecting. Okay. But it's not happening on Sound Exchange.
Right.
But I'm seeing clearly on the ASCAP that it's getting whatever plays it gets a month or a period, which is always interesting to me. It's like, okay, this sucks. We got to figure out the streaming thing, because honestly, this one song will get like 500 plays in a month. I think that's worth more than like 40 cents. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. $5 at least, something like, come on, guys. Like, wow. One time you feel great, like, wow, somebody's really playing these old tracks. Who wouldn't be happy with 500 plays a month of a song that's really kind of obscure from 20 years, 30 years ago?
That's true.
Bro, come on, man. Like, we're not asking for a lot. Like, I'm happy with the play count. I just wish the monetary amount would match. I only get 10%. I got to split it with the whole, universe. It hurts.
The system is that whole business model is not meant to pay independent artists.
I mean, yeah.
Seriously. It's just not set up.
Don't get me started. I feel a few rants coming on, man. I feel a few rants coming on. And I need to get that gentleman who I met on the plane and see if we can bring him onto the show.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Music Modernization Act.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they just approved something. Like there's an organization that is like pushing to get all the streaming services to increase that amount.
Yeah.
Paid out per stream. The problem is it's like there's just so much content, you know what I mean? Like everybody's releasing music and there's just one pie, you know what I mean? And it's just a billion slices. So, but speaking of one thing I want to do too, and we could set this up for next episode or next time you're on, is I'm gonna play this video really quick, and when it plays, you won't be able to hear your audio or my audio. I'm just gonna play it for 2 seconds.
Okay.
All these little like clips you could throw in. We use it in the beginning, right? So to start the stream, there's like a countdown, right? So they're already baked in, but we could upload videos. And I think that we talked about this forever, but if we all have our own little section, I can hit the Q's rant video and that will intro your rant. So you got to be ready with your rant every single time.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you. We're going to start to look like a real production in a minute, man.
Slow baby steps.
I like it.
3 baby steps. 3 baby steps later.
And shout out to the baby that was on the plane when I came from Tennessee to LA. That was the most beautiful example of a beautiful, great, well-behaved, happy personality baby. Happiest baby on the plane. That's all I gotta say. It's just, you know how I feel. We'll get back to that later, but yeah. Yes. There's always an exception to the rule.
The baby didn't anger you. Bring out the.
But there was almost an incident with this guy that just had to tell the lady at the ticketing, had to show her on his phone why on United's own website it allows him to do whatever she did not allow him to do. And I heard her say, "Sir, I am not going to stand here and argue with you." I thought I was going to have one of those moments. I was almost right. I was almost right. And then he was pleading his case to the stewardess, and they were just like, "Okay, sir, okay, yeah." Whatever he wanted, they let him have his way, but that's why.
What do you mean you're almost right? What do you mean?
Because I say don't let babies on the plane because they have to deal with weirdos, and there's always a weirdo on the plane.
Yeah.
And there was almost a big weirdo on our plane.
Ah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
That's for next episode.
Crisis averted.
Yes.
All right. Cool, man. Thanks for jumping in.
Yeah.
It looks like we might have Arctic come through next week. We could ask him about mixing, and we could get an update from Arctic also. And then we don't officially have a challenge. I think everybody's been focused on trying to find enough time to actually produce something, and B, trying to finish tracks. So I think that's continues to be the name of the game. So we'll leave it at that, and offline we'll kind of get together if we have a challenge in mind.
Sounds good, G.
All right, man. Have a great rest of the night.
You too.
All right, peace. How do I work this?